Hello, American Flyer fans. This video has a double purpose. First of all, I want to express my excitement and astonishment at exceeding 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I know this is a very small number compared to some people who have YouTube channels, but to me, 100 subscribers is the same as 100,000 subscribers because that really wasn't my intention or expectation. Originally, I just posted a few videos so that some of my relatives could see what I was doing with the trains. We grew up with some of these trains, and I added to the collection over the years, so I wanted them to be able to see them in action. I certainly never imagined the channel would attract over 100 subscribers and hundreds of viewings each month. The model train hobby, regardless of gauge, is a great hobby. And if my videos can help people to better appreciate these great historic American Flyer trains, or get a few ideas that help them with their own layouts, then it's well worth it. Thank you to those who have sent supportive comments and suggestions. I appreciate all of them. The other purpose of this layout is to show a variation of my Christmas layout and how easy it can be to use the same layout for different purposes with a few adaptations to the track, repurposing some props, and replacing other props. As with so many hobbyists, I don't have the space to set up a permanent layout. If you've watched my other videos, then you know I have one portable layout that's pretty elaborate and that I consider to be my primary layout. You just saw pictures of that layout in the first section of this video. When I don't have that one up, I still like to put simpler layouts on the floor or on some tables that are pushed together. I'm now showing you pictures from several layouts featuring my pre-war trains, my American Flyer Frontiersman Franklin train, and this year's Christmas layout. Not having a permanent layout isn't all bad. Even people who have permanent layouts are constantly making changes, so, as I see it, being able to set up a smaller temporary layout allows me to try new ideas, and that helps to keep things interesting. You can't do as much with detailing if you have a temporary layout, but that's okay too. A layout that is very strict about detail and scale is great if that's something you're able to do. But it's also okay to match items of different scales and include items that have special sentimental value to you if that's what you want to do. Besides, even though most American Flyer trains are very true to scale, the same can't be said for many of their accessories. You can see from these pictures that I'm not strict about either landscaping or scale. I sometimes try to come close, but the overall theme of the layout is what's most important to me. It's your layout, so you should do what you enjoy. With that in mind, I took this year's Christmas layout and adapted it to a summer layout. These pictures show that Christmas layout along with a short video of it. A longer video is available on my channel. You can see that I used a set of American Flyer cardboard trestles for the inclined area. I really enjoyed this layout, but it didn't work well with all of my engines. It worked great with my Atlantics, but the longer engines, such as the Hudsons, didn't like the rather tight descending loop. They could do it, but there were some accidents, so I mostly stuck with the Atlantics on this layout. The new layout uses a 90-degree crossing so that the entire track is on one level. This works well for all of my trains. You'll also notice I flip-flopped the village and the raised area that has a small separate loop going around it. I lowered that raised area a bit and resurrected a dinosaur park that I had on an earlier layout. I hadn't used that in a while, but recently a subscriber who had watched that video commented that he liked it, so I decided to bring it back for this temporary layout. I also added two accessories, the barrel loader and a signal crossing. You can see several types of buildings, including Plasticville, Department 56, and Ertl. There are some vintage plastic vehicles mixed in with some newer vehicles, and I like combining things in this manner, and like I said, it's all about what you like. I did one other thing on this layout to accommodate my 2.5-year-old granddaughter. She really enjoys the trains and can turn the dials into transformers, but she tends to turn them too far, which can cause problems. So I put a simple light switch between the transformers and the track. I have the transformers set to the best speed and the trains locked into the forward position, so all she has to do is flip the switches to run the trains or the barrel loader. It's a simple way for her to be actively involved, and she enjoys showing Mom and Dad how she can run the trains. By the time she's able to properly run the transformers, her younger brother will be ready for these switches. You might have already noticed some backdrops that I have in the videos. These are just pieces of cardboard that a co-worker painted for me. Each side has a different type of landscape, so I can have one set of backgrounds for this type of layout and a different background for other layouts, such as the Western theme I use with my Frontiersman train. So that's it. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of equipment. Just use your imagination and keep your eyes open for bargains or things that can be adapted for use in a layout every time you go shopping. You can also make things from scratch. There are a number of sources that can show you how to make your own props. Several buildings in my other layouts were made from cereal boxes. They're not masterpieces, but I'm actually very pleased with how they came out, and I can use them in different layouts just by changing the signs that are on them. So, personalize your layout and have fun. Thanks for watching.